I finally found a good opponent. I really respect and appreciate this guy. This is like I was feeling so bad that I didn't find any skilled people. I was just finding people that are playing the stupid brokenness of the game. Thank God for this person. Thank God for Omnipuff, bro.
Round one, begin. What's up, all you anime fans and fearless shinobies? Don't lose to fear, and we have another amazing video here for you today in Naruto Storm Connections. Online ranked fights here. On the Don't Lose to Fear account, we're fighting Omnipuff. And as I said in the beginning, it is pretty difficult to find a good or skilled opponent, in my opinion. I can go into length and into much detail. I could probably talk for hours about what is and isn't a skilled opponent in Storm games in general. But in this game in particular, it is pretty difficult to create a skill difference. It's more about playing the game how it's supposed to be played, and you play the characters that you play, and there isn't very much variation difference. But right there, as you can see there was some old switch tech from Storm 4 that created a small difference in variance and skill, right, that you typically don't see in people, because people don't do switch tech like that anymore the way they did in Storm 4. And Storm 4 was the first game with switch tech. All of the Storm games didn't have that before. That was unique to Storm 4. Now this game has it, but there's very low incentive to do it because it's a massive resource.
I hate the movement in this game, bro.
It's a massive resource thief or a resource hog in terms of your support gauge. So here we go. He's playing Indra here, I believe, and we got that guard pressure. And very nice guard pressure there with the Chidori Jutsu combo, air combo, ground combo mix-up. Very nice sidestep there. And a little bit of chip damage. This is a very unique team. I don't think I've ever shown you. That's very fun to do. Is it a meta team? No. It's potentially an anti-meta team. Probably is an anti-meta team. And here we go with the combos. Unfortunately there, we dropped it, but then we juggled the feet again, then we dropped it again, and we popped him up into an air combo. Now that is the setup, right? There's a few setups. That's the second setup. The first one was the switch setup, which is harder to do.
He got it. He's got the name of the game.
There's some nice setups. I would say if you're playing Connections and you don't have any setups, not even one or two setups, or you only have one setups and no more than that, you're probably not playing in a meaningful or fun way, and it's not really worth your time to play the game, in my opinion. So here we go. Wake up Chidori. Because it just gets boring over time, right? You need some kind of depth, some kind of interesting gameplay. Something that you're doing that isn't highly repetitive, that isn't just relying on armored jutsus all the time, right? So I think that Chidori is an armored jutsu, but I don't think that his fireball is, and because of it, the fireball is a lot weaker. It's more skill-based. So it's really weird that projectiles have become more skill-based than they were in past Storm games because of armored.
He got it. He learned it. Good job, dude.
Ground jutsus, right? And armored, I would say, like body jutsus like Chidori or Rasengan. Nice. So he's getting some nice moves here. He got around, and he got me with the Heavenly Hand Power. That was sick. It was really, really good. And that's what we like to see from a skilled and good player, potentially, right? Is reads. We want to see good reads. Not just relying on brute force and power and throwing out armored jutsus all the time with very little neutral, very little meaningful exchanges in the neutral and between people between those jutsu animations. We caught him mashing. We had to punish him there with the ground armored Chidori. Because when people mash like that, even me, like when I mash, I'm like, oh, good job, they caught me. Because I shouldn't have been mashing. Sometimes I like to get away with it. Sometimes you should mash, but it's high risk, right? High risk, low reward, typically, especially in this game. And maybe even in Storm 4. So I like to mash when it's a good time to mash. You know, I like to mix it up. I like to bait with mash. I like to do all sorts of things. Here we go, guard pressure. See that Amaterasu Jutsu is really good. I know that Ashura is really good, but Indra's Amaterasu is invaluable, really. It's priceless. It's really, really great. They did a good job with those two characters. I remember at first I was not too excited about it. A lot of people weren't to have these characters, but if those characters weren't in the game, this game would be probably completely horrible. Like, there wouldn't be very much difference. Just those two characters, because they're meta as well and used a lot, they account for a lot of the new.
Yeah, he's really good, dude. He's really, really freaking good. I finally found a good opponent.
Those two characters finally account for the like a big part of the difference and the novelty and the funness of this game. Also, I really like that Kinshiki, that he's using Kinshiki. This is actually maybe the first or second person that I've ever fought using Kinshiki, so just to see some different matchups and some different characters being used is really exciting and fun as well. There we go. Open him up. Yes, and we evaded the Amaterasu with the animation sequence of the Lightning Blade. Oh my god, that was gross. Absolutely gross. Wow, that was sick. I'm not even gonna lie. That was good. Hey, see, that's the other thing that's really good about Indra. I always get them confused which one's Ashra and which one's Indra, but that's the good thing about him is that both of his moves are instantaneous. They are so... You press it and you instantly get the jutsu. It's gotta be two of the fastest jutsus in the game, right? It's really, really good. There we go. Trying the setup again, but we didn't quite connect. Hoping that he would flinch, and he didn't flinch. And that's another sign of a good player, that he stands his ground. And right there, perfect Amaterasu trap. He really wasted my substitution bars there. Perfect, there we go. And that's what I was trying to do before. So it worked that time. We guard broke, and then we got a fireball jutsu off when he was unconscious. There we go, the setup again. So we've gotten a few of those setups. That's really good. That means that it's a real setup. And, you know, you're not going to get it every time, especially against an experienced or skilled opponent. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, guys. The fact that we've got that set up perfectly 2 or 3 times in this game, and then 1 or 2 times it actually worked through a guard break or an unconscious state is really good. We did miss it once, but it's still about a 75%, 66 to 75%.
I really respect and appreciate this guy. This is like, I was feeling so bad, you know, like that I didn't find any skilled people. I was just finding people that are playing the stupid brokenness of the game. Thank God for this person. Thank God for Omnipuff, bro. I remember him back in Storm 4. He's G and a legend too, bro. Thank God for this guy, bro. Man, this guy's good.